Hey, welcome back. We're back in Timberborn again today, and today we are going to try and make it most of the way across this map. That's a big thing. That's still almost twice the size of this whole area that we've used in here. However, this is going to be mostly a reservoir, and we're probably going to make this into farmland for various different things, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Now, what we need to do is get in some levees here across the front. So let's go ahead, get those in here. All good. We'll make sure that you don't miss any like I did right there. We're going to come right across the front. There we go. Turn the blocks the right way because that is very important. And we're just going to go right by these, whatever those are, those river blockages. Not gonna need them. There we go. Get all these blocks in. Now that's definitely going to take them a while. So we'll do that. And then over here, we actually need to remove some trees before we can get too much more in. There we go. So let's go ahead and get rid of all of those. We'll say get rid of all of these. Those two. I'm just going to go ahead and say you can go ahead and put stairs in right there. You can put some stairs in here and here. We'll figure out how to get rid of that tree eventually. In fact, I'll just put up something like that. And they can work their way down from here. In fact, let's go ahead and put in two more just so they can clear that out a little bit faster. Make sure I've got all those marked. And then here, we're going to want to start with anything in this row, anything in this row. There we go. Because we're going to put the walls all across here. We'll get rid of those two while we're at it. I've paused all of my woodcutters except these. I realized I put the stairs over here, so I had to take out one of the woodcutters. But that just means that I can go ahead and put in some more over here so we can get this area cleaned off just that much faster. I'm hoping that our haulers are still bringing in logs over here for them to use. Kind of looks like they're doing okay over here, so we'll let them go. They've got a lot to build over there, but we'll get all of this cleaned out here. In fact, it looks like they've already got this done, so let's get a path down here. And we're going to need a path up here. And I better remember to remove that tree. And I better remember to remove these here too, so we have some extra room to move these lumberjack flags down. In fact, I better set these up a little bit higher so we can get everybody going on stuff. Some of our beavers over here are already out of trees to get to, which is perfectly fine. Look at that. They've already got the one tree out of there that I needed them to get, so we can take those out. We'll go ahead and plan in the road here, and we'll move these lumberjacks down here so that eventually we can cut all of these out. That guy looks like he's done. You're done. So we'll set these up as just slightly higher. Those can get done pretty quickly. Wow, they're all just going out of work at once. Well, that's fine. We can cut through all of this that much quicker this way. We'll get this in here. Now, I do want to get in some levees here, because we're going to come straight out from there. Eventually, we might make the reservoir this entire side, but we'll see how that goes at first. We might have to get some dirt to actually build stuff in. Oh, look, that guy's already done too. So, we're doing pretty well there. I do want to plan in not only for this reservoir, though, but how to pull some water out of it. Now, here I'm thinking we're going to put some nice platforms up right here. There we go. We'll get all of those in. Let's make these even across here, because they just have to be even. And then we'll go ahead and tell them to plan for water pumps up there. you guys already out of stuff to cut? Well, lucky for you then. We've got an entire area here that you can cut. So let's get all those out of there. Let's build some stairs. And we can cut all of these out of here as well. In fact, I might tell you to hold off on this until you've got on the other side of the road done. Still gives you plenty of stuff to cut, though. Back to this, though, we're going to make enough for at least to replace those 4 over there. So let's see, deep water pump. We're going to go like that. That gets quite a ways down into the reservoir, so I think we'll be good there. Let's grab, looks like some 2s. There we go. And then we need 3s. And then we need 2s again. There we go. Water. 1, 2. So there's 3. Now I just need... Here we go. Nope. I need the correct height. That is what I need. There we go. Let's get the 2s in the bottom here. Then we got the 3s. Then we got the 2s. And we'll put the last deep water pump in over here. And we will set that. Tell you what, we'll set that up a little bit so we know we get it done, because it's going to be important here before too long. There we go. Make sure everything in there is set up a bit higher. There we go. Missed those somehow. And those. And that. There we go. They can work on that. Look at that. They've got most of their area here cleared out. So let's keep going with this wall. There we go. And now let's get across the river here with something easy like so. But not like that. There we go. And we'll say more trees to cut down over here. And more lumberjack flags over here. Let's get 2. And that should provide wood for quite a while. We'll just have to wait and see how that stuff builds up. I think it's time we updated where some of our small piles are. They're still having to walk about a third of the map. So let's go ahead and put in... I'm going to put in a couple of small piles up here. Well, we need... I don't need warehouses. I need piles. There we go. We'll do those. Set those up for logs. Obtain. Obtain. And we'll make those both very high priority so they can have all their stuff brought into them. Might make the trip a little nicer overall. They are coming along on this area, or at least getting it cleaned out. Our front wall for the dam over here is coming along. Although I did forget... I want to put in... Oop, vanishing wall. I'd like to put in at least a couple here. Here we go. There we go. And there is our dam. There we go. We'll put those in. Now over here, we're going to put these in. There we go. We'll match all these up. However, on these 2 tiles, we're going to go down and put in triple floodgates. I'm not sure I'll ever need a triple floodgate here, but it's better to have it than not have it. And since we should have a walkway from both sides, we should be able to reach that without any extra scaffolding. Let's get that in there. And the other thing I want to do is come down here. This right here is a normal water source, but in the bad tide, it'll put in, or it'll put out, I guess, a bunch of the bad water. So let's see if we can just toss in 1 gate there. We'll grab a road, just wander it over here for now. There we go. We'll say that's pretty high priority. over here, I would like to move where these are at, because we're going to come across right here. Once they get that all cleaned out, we'll get some stairs in there. And then I'm thinking we will put a small water station right there like we have on the other side to help keep this land, at least over here, a little better off. I want to move these guys out of here. Pause you 3 so all those logs can get out of there. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and put in... Let's get... Nope, let's get the industrial pile. We're going to put it right there. We're going to get a forester, which that should cover most of this area. It does. Good. And I will put the farms probably up here. But let's go ahead and get in 2, 3, 4 of those to cover most of this area down here. And then we won't have to worry about trees much anymore. And once we get up here, we won't have to worry about food much anymore. Got a lot of this lower area already cleared out, which is good. We can go ahead and put in our stairs here. And then I think we're going to put in... Let's see. Let's put in levees. How about here? Really, let's go here. So not you. We'll come out and around this way. And down to here. I technically don't need that block or that block, but I'm going to put it anyway because I think it'll look better that way. So we're going to do this. And then we're going to need to wait to clear out all of these. Do I have those marked to cut? Yes, I sure do. Hopefully they can get to a lot of those when the stairs are up there. We'll say these are slightly more important. We'll put in water. Not a pump. We want a fluid dump. There we go. One of you. And where is... There it is. Well-being. There's the double shower. So I have no doubt they'll get up here and clear that out pretty quick. So, in fact, this one's already done. You're done. How about cut trees? Let's see if all of this can be cut by some of those. There we go. Get those out of there. Get that out of there. We'll set all of this to cut first, and we'll just make our way through as we can. There we go. All of this. Actually, want all of this cut, too. Get all of this out of here and all of that. There we go. Now everything is free game to be cut down, which is good. There should be plenty of lumber, and by the time we get done here, hopefully there'll be plenty of lumber back over at the main base over there, I guess you could call it, to go ahead and grab that as well. Now tree-wise, I'm just going to do, for now, just do oak over here. When we need some of the other types of trees, I'll come back and probably move them around. But for now, actually, I don't even need this road. Let's get rid of you. All of you can go. There you go. And we'll just put in more trees. That way we shouldn't ever be out of trees. We'll put you in there. That should be good. We've got 4. That actually would like this back for now. Got some of those trees out of there. Great. So we'll wait till they get that back in and we'll take a look in a minute. These 2 little beavers over here really like to get stuff done. So we're just going to go ahead, set up for them to be able to get to all of this, hopefully. And if they have to move eventually, they have to move eventually. I'm guessing they only reach that far. Well, that's not a big deal. We might be able to move them down just a little bit. We'll put in a couple more of these. One there, one there. And we'll let them go for it. These guys look like they're making their way across. I haven't got much done on this wall, though. Our beavers have got this water dumping station in, but I don't think I like where it's at. It's barely reaching over here. So We're going to do a quick redo on this. And I'm going to take this out. And we're going to say, let's move it over just a couple. Levee. There we go. We're going to do that. We're going to take another water dump. We are going to put that there. And let's put a shower here. Then we can move the road to around here. All of this can go. That can go. And we'll just use whatever water is there until it goes away. We are going to need to put in another levee there, though, aren't we? There we go. We'll make those slightly more important so they get them in there. And I'm hoping that that gets a little farther over here. We don't quite need it to go probably up underneath this mountain here. However, let's get those lumberjack flags back in that we just had. We can go ahead and also plan for a couple of farmhouses that we're going to need here to help maintain stuff. I'm hoping a lot of this stays green when we have water in here, though. Well, it's a little better. Hopefully we can live with what we get here. I'm going to go ahead and let that water out. We ran dry completely in the last, what was that, last drought or so. So I'm hoping we get filled back up here. There's another one coming in over here. I'm going to say I would like to see a lot of this front done here. Let's see if we can get some of that in there. I think they can run across there out to that area. If we can save back at least a little bit of water, then we can use some of these pumps as well if we start getting behind. I'm going to make sure we can get up the hill here. So let's put in a couple of these. Can I get in there without taking that tree out? Not really. So we'll have to wait until that comes out. Although I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do with this land. We'll figure that out whenever we need some extra land. The two farmhouses, though, we can go ahead and start putting in some stuff. I would really like to plant a large field of cassavas over here. Let's see. And as those trees get out of there, we'll fill in more and more. Looks like we also need some kohlrabi here, so we're going to make a large field of that for now. And once those trees get out of there, then we can replace them with more stuff. I kind of missed the very first second of the bad tide, and a little of it got released, but over here, I think we've blocked it just fine for now. There's a little bit down here, but I don't think we're getting to that quite yet. Over here, it was not a large enough part of the water for, I guess, for it to even really register. So we managed to save that just barely. This should flow out, and in time, I'm hoping it will just go out the end. So nothing too big. Eventually, I'm hoping it dissipates. Our food is staying stable enough, and so is our water, so I think it's time that we get at least one more pod for us. I want to find a nice place to put it. How about there looks good? Those can be the children of the cliff there, because there is quite a bit of a drop when they come out of there. They'll be okay, though, and hopefully that raises up our population a little more. We've still got plenty of housing in here, so they'll have a place to live. We just need more beavers to work. Noticing I don't need these stairs anymore, or these stairs, so I'm going to go ahead and just take those out of there. There we go. Now they shouldn't need to go underneath anymore. We'll say those are slightly more important. We'll figure out what to put on there. Also going to put this right there. And then that should all be connected in. They have a little bit of an easier time. I think there's some other places where I need stairs. So let's take a look. We've got this still needs covered in. Now, if I were to take this out, does that cut off anything? Nope, they can still get everywhere. It takes them a little longer, but they can still get to places. So we will just remove this. And what is underneath there? A platform. Okay, we'll get a 2 platform in there. And over here, well, they're going to have to build a bunch of platforms, aren't they? There's platforms. That's out of there. That's out of there. Let's put in 1 platform here. We'll say that's a little more important. And then they can come across these dams here. Don't know if that'll stay there, but at least they will have a way around. Put in the 1 platform here, the 2 here, and how's the water looking? Actually pretty good. I don't need this, do I? Nope, sure don't. Not too bad. We're about halfway through this bad tide, but we're holding in there pretty good. Oh, I did decide to not cut down these trees, and I'm going to fence them in. They're going to be kind of their own type of monument. They don't really put out any buffs other than that those trees have been there, and I've managed to keep them alive, even though they're up on a cliff. So that's kind of a tree monument, I guess. And a monument to trees does seem very something that a beaver would do, so we're just going to go with it. Let me finish filling these in. There we go. 3s. Are 3s high enough? 3s are not high enough. So we'll go 1s here. 3s. 2s. There we go. 2s here. Nope, 1s here. Is that a 1 or a 2? Well, let's find out. 3. Nope, should have been a 2. I thought it was a 2. I said 2, and then I didn't go with 2. There we go. So that's the last of that encased whenever they finally happen to get there. I'm going to turn these back to normal because I'd like a couple of those done. We've got some space that needs taking care of. We'll put that one back to normal too. We'll say you are good to go back to normal. Over here, though, they should be working on this. They're getting to it eventually. I've noticed these 2 farms right here. Since I don't have them set up for haulers, they are, whenever they get full, they're taking all of their produce back on their own. And I would like them to keep working on the farm instead. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to go ahead, take out these right here. We'll say that's pretty important. And I will set back some storage in here for the kohlrabies and for the cassavas, but we'll put it as supply and let the handlers do it. That way these guys can empty them into this, and hopefully the haulers can come over, pick it up, take it back to the main area. This way, they'll be able to just dump most of their farm produce in here. We'll set them up as a supply on both. Make sure 1 is for kohlrabies, 1 is for the, oh, not the fermented ones. We want the regular ones. There we go. And they can just dump those off and be ready to go. Also, I want one of these set primarily to harvest so that they can just go back and forth and make sure things are taken care of on these farms. Got this platform out here that I made sure that they went ahead and took care of. And what I'm going to do, we're going to go ahead and set up our smelter so that we can be working on those. Now, it'll probably be running at about half power because I can really only get 2 on there. And in fact, I better set these back to normal as well so that they have a path to get to this other one. But we'll go out and around here. Let's go out and around here, out and around here. Like I won't need that there. We'll get you set up here. We're going to go with, let's go 1 of you, 1 of you, and you can be for, you'll get scraps, and we'll say obtain. You will be a supply for the blocks. Over here, I've got scraps set up, but I don't have the large for the, there we go. we'll get that in there for the blocks. And it should already have a pathway up there, so we're already set on that. The dam is coming along, and as you can see, the water is starting to fill up. All that corruption that was in there earlier is already gone for the most part. Maybe just a little of it out here, but I'm not that worried about it. It will eventually take care of itself. They'll still be able to use that water. The beavers, I did have them race kind of across the bottom here so that we can hold as much back as possible. Looks like I don't quite need to do those. Hopefully none of this gets flooded out because of it, but if it does, it does. Looks like a lot of this is going to stay green for a good portion of the time, which is excellent news. That is kind of what we needed to hear. We'll go ahead and put more oak in there. And up here, yeah, that's all green. And in fact, we have a little bit more we can do at this end of the map. We've got those taken care of. This needs to be supply, so we're just going to put you there. We're going to put you as supply as well, and then way back over here on our stack, we don't need the fermented. There's the soybeans. There's the canola. What do you got? You're the cassavas. We will say obtain, so that they don't have to walk as far for them. And the fermented ones, well, they're right there, but we'll say that's the obtain too. And we'll send them out to go get them. Same with this. And same with the berries. So that should centralize all of our food storage right here. I'm going to go ahead and turn these on, since it doesn't really hurt if we do or don't have water here. Over here, I might go ahead and turn off 2 of these. There we go. And we're going to say these are for haulers to get. In fact, I want to make sure they're set up at the highest possible. There we go. And can I even put a storage in down here for them? Yeah, let's go ahead and put one of those in. We'll say that is for water as well. And in fact, we might get another one down here just to have some extra water storage here and there. Now that we've got all of these pumps, I might actually turn these off as well. Depends on how much water we have saved up in here. Whether I think it will... You know what? Let's just go ahead and do it. I think these ones will catch up eventually. I want to set this one to supply, so no water gets specifically sent to there. But with these 4 and them getting hauled out all the time, hopefully that keeps us in enough water. And the last block of our reservoir is finally in. And that's not the only good news. These 4 pumps were able to take the place of these 4 without any problems. In fact, they even gained water on what they have, which means I don't really need to turn those off or turn those on anymore. I'm going to leave them for another cycle or 2 just in case, but that should be enough water. So next time I might move these pumps over here because I'd like to make maybe some power usage out of this right here. But we've got in quite a bit. We've got in a lot of land. We've got in this. And next time we're also going to have to make our way down the mountain. So just be sure to tune back in for that. But just want to say thank you very much for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.